Hey, it's me, Crystal and Mitchell. I'm here for your Motivation 101. And I want to say that I appreciate you all for watching my videos. I really, really do. And I have people, telling me that they look forward to my videos. And not only looking forward to my videos, but they have... want me to speak on topics, and especially for the spiritual gifts, because as you already know, for those that don't, that I have dreams to come true. So yeah, then I have someone that's want to come and be a part of that episode with the premonitions, but okay, so Motivation 101. Today, I want to discuss your vision, because I have been really, really thinking. And I've been thinking back on all these things, since I became an author, because, it's my ups and downs. And, you know, and like I said in the last video, how you would do something good and then that devil got to come as that test that you got to pass. Because, I got to, like I said, unlearn all these worldly things and, uh, have a different mindset, should I say. So for your homework number 3, I want you to write down all that you are thankful for. So I got me a little note right here, because I just be rambling on it. Then after I'm done, I'm like, I should have said this. So homework number 3, I want you to write down all the things that you are thankful for. So whenever times get rough and hard, you know what I'm saying, I want you to read that. So you can even write your good and bad, what all has been just off the chain for you and what has been good. So as I've looked back since I became this author, I just really sat back and looked, and I mean, I've been on television. I've been on, like I said, the Zandra TV. I've been in a newspaper. I've been on a magazine. I've, got to go to LA this year. Ran into the people in the film industry, like I told you all. Met some people, as I look, I never imagined. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I dreamed big. I've always dreamed big, but I never really, you know what I'm saying? It's just, when I look, it's like all the hard work that I've really put in, you know what I'm saying, is really paying off. But it's just slowly but surely. But that's why some people don't respect the process. You know what I'm saying? Because the old me, which I mean, I'm God's still working on me, could not have been, I could not have been the person that met those people in the film industry in LA without God putting me to tests. You know what I'm saying? And I know I still got a long way to go, of becoming a better version. You know what I'm saying? But I was really looking back. And the time before I wrote wrote my book, I was on welfare. I mean, my life was a total mess, which I thought, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I always say, all the things that happen to you in life tend to be all the ingredients of what you needed for you to become who you are to become. So I was looking back, and, at this time I'm thinking, my life was just like, how did I end up here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not a bad person. And you know how you see evil people, you see bad people out in the world, and it's like, why am I going through all this stuff? Or why ain't they going through this stuff? You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, when God be correcting you, you know what I'm saying? There's some that he just let them go about their way. And then sometimes he is doing some stuff, giving them their karma we just not seeing. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be them can't sleeping, because he do say ain't no rest for the wicked. And so, I'm like, why? What did I do to deserve this? So I'm going through life just, like I said, nobody knew I knew how to write except my teachers. Get on welfare. I'm going to school, thinking that I'm going for these other things. And that's one thing about God. Like, you think you're going to go for that, but you going for a specific some just a specific area. You know what I'm saying? That I need you to learn there. And so as I'm looking back, I was in public speaking. And so public speaking, I learned in there that's the number one fear. And then death comes second. And then I learned that although the President Abraham Lincoln would speak, that he had a fear. They said Mr. Jay Leno had fears. These people that do this on a regular basis, that they would be scared before they come. So then I would have to learn, how to, she would teach us how to look over their heads. And I mean, y'all, it was her day. I remember one time I was in there and I was talking, and it went up about 20 of us in there, and I was talking and I froze up. And the guy in the back was like, yeah, like, keep going, keep going. And I was just like, oh my goodness. And then some people be up there, they be going from side to side. I mean, I'm telling you, at class, Lord, I'm telling you, my underarms was probably sweating every time I left up out of there, because it was so scary. It was so scary, but it was fun. So then I become an author, and I'm having, the pandemic happened. So now I'm having to learn on the computer. I can't use that technique of looking over people's heads or finding a clock, in the back of the room. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's like God had already was preparing me during the times that I thought was, the worstest times of my life. And so I read several books. I'm reading, and I do buy books. I'm Crystal_and_Mitchell up on the Instagram. So I brought that, I had made that page. It was supposed to be showing my process off, but somehow it ended up being like, I guess, my little library. So I do get books from people, and I posted up under there. I need to get back on that, but I just been a little busy. You know what I'm saying? So I have not read those books, most of the books. And the only thing is because I'm working on projects, and I'm just scared that by me reading other people's books, that it would interfere with my work. You know what I'm saying? But I am reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad, a book called Essentialism, and then the 48 Laws of Power. And I had someone tell me, I want you to read that 48 Laws of Power, not to use it, but so that you can, spot manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So those are the 3 books that I do. And then the Bible, of course. I have to stay in that Bible, because these Decepticons, honey, they be off the chain. But the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, okay? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it's a really good book so far. Well, I know it is, but I'm loving it. But what caught my eye is that, with the public speaking. And it says on on page 79, it says, it is said that the fear of public speaking is a fear greater than death for most people. According to psychiatrists, the fear of public speaking is caused by the fear of ostracism, the fear of standing out, the fear of criticism, the fear of ridicule, and the fear of being an outcast. The fear of being different prevents most people from seeking new ways to solve their problems. And, that makes sense. But like I said, I'm so thankful that I did get to experience that. And then with writing, when I was in school, it was this man, we trying to find him to this day, because when I was on welfare, it was a woman at the school, which program I was in, and she even read my book and she loved it. And she was amazed. She was like, I'm waiting on the second book. So they trying to find my professor. And his name is Dr. James C. Wright. And they said that he retired, but they trying to find him because I want him to know that I became this author. You know what I'm saying? But we would be in class. And, and he would tell us what to write about. I would write. Everybody would write. And it's like, after that, he would give us like 4 or 5 subjects to talk about. We could write on. We got to choose. But like in the class, he'd be like, but Crystal, I want you to write about this. And I mean, like, every time, and I always wonder, like, why I can't pick what I want. And it makes me wonder if he just loved my writing. You know what I'm saying? And just wanted to know. I mean, and I'm thinking, God was shutting them doors, and at the time I was thinking it was that devil. You know what I'm saying? We try to blame that devil for everything. You know what I'm saying? But God be closing them doors too. It's like, okay, you needed that at public speaking and that writing, you know. And so, like I said, when I be at work, I try to mingle with people, building up my communication skills as well. So, as I was looking back, I want you, the reason of me saying this is that whatever in life is going on, you know what I'm saying, God's going to use that for good. So what the enemy used for evil, God do turn it around for good. And in my book, I get to talk about that. I touch base. I don't really go into depth. I'm just saying basically how it's in my mural practicing on speech for public speaking, And so it was God getting me prepared for this moment. And when I became this author, never in a million years, I didn't think that I would be doing this. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling God, look, I'm going to write this book. I'm still going to, do what I want to do, basically, but... And it's like, God's like, okay, that's what you're thinking. Keep going. And I'm doing it, and I find myself, liking to go out, Then when I do go out, it's not the same, reading the Bible more, So those that feel like people change, you know what I'm saying? That's just a process of a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that, and I'm surprised. I'm just like, okay, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? I sometimes look back and be like, and let me tell y'all something. For those that be trying to test them people on their spiritual journey, leave them, because I was just on a platform and there was one woman talking about she was ready to go to jail. Most definitely, some people is like, God, because I said that devil comes, leave people alone on their spiritual journey, because you're going to meet that one person that might say, you know what, I'm going to ask God for forgiveness after I put it on you. You know what I'm saying? But... And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never wanted to be in jail as much in my life. I'm telling you, my cousin Black Christians, that with friends and family, you done came too far. Don't, because I know there's people out there that, you know what I'm saying, really needs this. You know what I'm saying, needs this message. And that devil comes. He comes to try to stop it. And I'm telling you, it get hard. So I greatly appreciate y'all. You just don't know. I told y'all I had to build me an altar. Because, honey, these devils, they off the chain. So, I want you to know this. Do not tell everybody the vision. Everybody ain't going to, I've told you this several times. They ain't going to see the vision that God has placed into you. They'll project their fears on you. Some will project their fears on you, And then some ain't, they ain't going to be happy for you. Some ain't going to be happy for you. So be careful with your vision. Because I don't want you to be feeling doubt. You know what I'm saying? And when God told me to write, gave me my sign to write, he already let me know right there. You know what I'm saying? That I got it in me. So of course, I'm going to dream big. You know what I'm saying? I've been dreaming big since I was younger. So I'm writing, and I'm thinking about Hollywood. And although I know it's for the people, I'm thinking Hollywood, for a movie to be made, So that's how I wrote it. And so then I'm having to pay, these publishers, which I didn't have. I could have self-published, but then I thought about it. I have the benefits of a lot of things with these publishers. You know what I'm saying? And I cut my book off. I cut the book off, and I just knew that, I just wanted to give a sample to the world, a sample of my work. But as second book, I'm going to self-publish. So I already have this vision laid out, And so when I became an author, you would have people, oh, why did you pay them? How much did you pay them? Why did you do that? Because I believed in myself that much. I believed in myself that much. And who am I going to believe? Am I going to believe y'all, or am I going to believe God and myself? You know what I'm saying? And I think people get so caught up on money, chasing money. And that's why I say The Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's really, really a good book. I'm not about chasing money. You know what I'm saying? It's about a message that I'm supposed to give out. And if I'm doing something for God, I know there's got to be a reward. And I really don't even like talking about it, because the reward and the vision I got is so big that I'm going to look crazy to y'all, some people. You know what I'm saying? And they say, what they say? If you want to kill a dream, tell it to a small-minded person. And so, I wrote the book. And, by me becoming this author, God making moves, you know what I'm saying? I think the biggest thing ever, the most beautifulest thing, after God doing what he told me to do, I don't want to disobey him and get a silent whipping. You know what I'm saying? From running from him. You see what happened to Jonah. So nobody knew I knew how to write but my teachers. But dreaming your brother's death, not even my brother knew I knew how to write. But dreaming my brother's death, then becoming an author, and then dedicating a book to him. And not only that, introducing him to the world. That's the most, that's why I say people ain't going to see the vision. The vision of, I told my mama, my sister and I was boo-hoo crying. I said, the whole world's going to know his name. And you see my books have been in plenty of states. I've never, heard, I love the people in my city, don't get me wrong, but I've reached the other places. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hit it worldwide. And the vision has always been not more of the money. It's been, because God told me to write it, thinking about Hollywood, to turn it into a movie. And to show the world that I'm my brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? She was on welfare. She did this. She did that. She was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? And look how God turned everything around. And by my testimony, by me doing, even if they don't read the book, listening to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing others, especially young men around the world, you know what I'm saying? Or women that feels like, that are hurt and pain, you want to do something bad, you could turn it around for good and boss up on the enemies, because God's going to prepare a table in front of your enemies. You know what I'm saying? That's the best revenge. So I'm showing people, but I would have never thought that by me being in public speaking, that during my times of my hard times, that I would be on a television, that I would be doing interviews, and I would be really motivating people. You know what I'm saying? Inspiring people. Being in a magazine, being in a newspaper. And I'm going to tell you, when I tell you about your children or anyone that you are influenced in front of, I was playing basketball with my sons in my driveway. And someone rolled past and stopped and was like, and yelled out the window, "Hey, we waiting on that book too." You know how it makes me feel for my sons to, even witness this, to hear this, or I'm doing something, walk in the room, and they playing my interview on YouTube. That's what I'm saying, the vision, people will make you think that honey, keep going. People ain't gonna see the vision. They ain't gonna see it for real. They'll slowly but surely see it. You know what I'm saying? And some still won't see it until it comes. But don't even worry about it. Y'all fall in love with the process, because this is where your character's being built. And I know God ain't gonna have me being somewhere, and I'm still a little bit ready to, put hands on people because they didn't pushed me to the edge. You know what I'm saying? I'm carrying his name. I know we got a lot of work, which I've come a long way. So I say that devil been monitoring you. He knows what triggers you. You know what I'm saying? He knows what's going to make you upset. He knows when you getting lied on. You know what I'm saying? How you going to react. Because all that's going to come. When you better yourself. I have never been lied on, treated so, like, just off the chain. Like, but step into your purpose and your calling. You know, and that's when you going to have them tests are going to come. So that's why I just be trying to be, you know, just be trying to do me, you know, and trying to pass these tests. Because new level, different devil. And when it be different devil, it's going to be a whole different type of ball game, you know. And I wanted to tell you that I think that I needed to touch on the vision, because the vision, you know, can't nobody, they can't see it. They can't see it. They cannot see it. And homework 3, write it down. Write it down. And I'm telling you this because these are things that I do. You know what I'm saying? Looking back. But then when like I said, when I look back, I see all the things that God has done for me. And, you know, and to say, you know, when I die, and I took care of this man, oh, my baby, I miss him too. He was an author. And he said, you know, one thing about being an author, when you die, your name lives on. And that stuck with me because I was like, you know what? And now that I'm an author, you know, when we all dead and gone, would you really be remembered? But I bet you if you go after your dream and stuff, you will. You will. And when I'm dead and gone, guess who else will be remembered? My brother. Because they will not be able to mention my name without mentioning him. Connecting him to me. And so, yeah, I'm my brother's keeper. And that's how I would want to be remembered. Anything else in life, you know what I'm saying? A woman asked me, oh, there's Audra, what, if they look me up in a dictionary, what would it say about me? Depending on who's doing the looking up. And when I said it, that's why I say we don't know what's going to come out my mouth. Honey, I'm thinking, why did I say, but they tell the truth, shame the devil? You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't going to like me. And that's good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to like me. And shoot. And I'm fine with that. And there's going to be some that's going to love me. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. And that's what I'm more focused on. You know. And so you think about that too. How do you want to be remembered when you leave here? I don't want to scare you or nothing like that, but I mean, we all going to die. I mean, that's fact. You know what I'm saying? How do you want to be remembered? You know? So do it homework 3. And y'all have a nice day or night or wherever you watch it from, okay? Bye.